A chia-based cheesecake.
It's a cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
Okay.
You just spread it and watch it grow.
Oh man. Running with Maverick and Wolfman. Maverick here.
Wolfman here. Don't forget to find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and the big one, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. And when you watch our videos, hit the little thumbs up because it helps the algorithm to have this great stuff come to you.
And thanks for supporting the show as always, everybody.
Yes, thank you.
What's going on tonight?
Tonight we've got a special guest. He is a New York marathoner, a Chicago marathoner, finisher that is. He is a runner from high school to college. Claims he's the greatest thing to happen to Michigan, although I know he's been my biggest PIA for the last 38 years, the Jackal.
What? Oh my gosh. I had no idea what we were talking about. The Jackal of all people.
Yeah, caveat, I did not run Chicago, but maybe
I thought you did. Oh, it was Boston.
Yeah,
it doesn't
Boston.
matter. You have to run it now.
No, I have to, yeah.
Yeah, now you have to.
Yeah.
I meant he has done 2 of the world majors, Boston and New York City.
Yes.
Let's be clear so everyone knows. The Jackal we've requested to be on the show probably half a dozen times. If not on the show, through text messages, and probably family gatherings and whatnot.
It is true.
Every day.
A lot.
Yeah. In your dreams, like all the time.
I am thoroughly shocked because I had no idea who it was going to be. I figured it was going to be like Jim Schools or something because Wolfman didn't tell me who it was. But now I am even more surprised. And the Jackal, I have to ask you, what school was it that you ran for in college? I don't even remember.
Oh, Washington and Jefferson College.
I knew it was some kind of president school.
Yeah, I know. I love them, yeah.
That was the mascot too, I believe, correct?
Yeah, it was Washington and also Jefferson. Yeah.
Presidents,
yeah. Yeah, presidents. Yeah.
So, all right. So fill me in because I heard about this marathon adventure that you did. The first one you did, you loved it and hated it all at the same time.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Dylan remembers that.
This one.
Up there. Yeah. I mean, it was...
I don't know what I'm looking at. What are you pointing to?
The bridges, the bridges.
Oh, the bridges.
Yeah, that's the metal blankie they give you at the end.
You still have that?
Oh yeah.
It was 2010.
2010. Yeah.
Christ, that was a long time ago.
Like yesterday.
Remembers it as if it was yesterday. So that, if I recall, and I'll let you fill in the blanks, but that was your first attempt to qualify for Boston, if I remember.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a very overzealous attempt for sure. Like I was this will be a great idea, and then Dylan or the Wolfman ran it with me, and then
well, I ran like 8 miles with you, and then I said, "Well, go on ahead."
Yeah. But then, so I was going on ahead. It was kind of like cold, kind of rainy, typical Pittsburgh weather. Nothing, atypical about it. What they don't tell you is that bridges are terrible. And then you're like going and you're like, you drive over these things every day multiple times, and Pittsburgh has tons of them. And so you're just like, this is cake. There's like one hill going. At the time, they've changed the course several times, but at the time it was like going uphill from the south side like into Oakland and like I was like, I've driven this countless times after many nights, and it's just like, yeah, the bridge is tough.
Yeah.
Is the wind or what? What is the problem with it?
It's kind of like a sneaky little hill.
Oh,
It just
okay.
keeps
Gradual.
going, and then you think like, okay, well, I'm going across this bridge, and there's got to be a downhill. No, there is not.
It's a double uphill.
Yeah, you go uphill, and then you go uphill, and then you go uphill, and then down, and just like, wow, really, Pittsburgh was like the wrong choice to try to really qualify for Boston for the first time. And actually, you caught me in the end, because remember, like mile 23,
Yeah.
I just like lost it, and I felt like my knee was gonna explode from the inside out.
So did you qualify or did you not qualify?
No, not at all.
We ran like 3:15 and change, something like that.
Well, that's still good. That's the first one too.
Yeah,
right?
3:14.
That's still good. I mean, that sounds good to me. A non-marathoner, that sounds excellent.
Yeah, and at the end I said, I'm not ever doing this shit again. Ever.
And of course, what happened?
Well, a year later, I was like, I think that I'd really like to qualify for Boston before 40. And so, life happens. And I ended up back in grad school. And then Wolfman was like, you're 28. Oh, no, I said 30, before 30.
30. Okay.
Yeah. And he's like,
so you have a lot of time.
Yeah, no. I know. Well, because I'm almost 40. But so 30. And I was like, oh, I got to qualify before 30. And then he called me out on it in grad school and was like, you're almost there. And you have like 2 years. And I was like, yeah, yeah. And so then 29 came along, and he was like, you have a year. Like, this is it. Like, you have a year to do this. And so anyway, I ended up running, what was it, Lehigh Valley with you?
Yeah, the Via Marathon. Yeah, you sent me a text or a phone call, and I'm like, hey, I just signed up for the Via on this day. This is the one by you, right? And I was like, yep, I'll sign up too. So I did.
Yeah. Much better choice.
Yeah.
No bridges.
I don't remember. I don't think so.
No, there is. There's one at the end.
Was there? I can't remember.
Yeah, you come across the bridge, and then you go like left and then right like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you do. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing that's wild is like that one I trained for a lot, because he put me on a training program for that one, and I followed it loosely. And yeah, we did great. I thought we did great.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You finished. Did you break 3 hours? I think. Did you?
Yeah, 2:55.
Wait,
I ran
so
3:04:52 or something like that, and you had to 3:05 was our qualifying time that year.
Wait,
Yeah.
so I'm getting confused. Is the Jackal a better marathoner than Wolfman?
Well, my PR is still better, I believe.
I know, but that's what's confusing. Is your PR is better, but every time you run together, the Jackal wins.
Yeah, he does.
I always win.
That's what I'm saying.
Always win.
Even with bridges.
Yeah, it doesn't. Nothing.
Mile.
Nothing can get in my way. Rivers, bridges. Not on top.
That's it. That's it. So okay. So where are we at now? Are we training for something now?
I have a half marathon next weekend.
Which one?
One in Grand Rapids. It's in Grand Rapids,
right?
Michigan. Yeah, Grand Rapids, Michigan. I have absolutely no idea what the name of it is. It's probably called.
I've spent some time in Michigan, but yeah, I don't remember much of it.
We're on the west side.
Which side of Michigan, or is that Wisconsin?
run that side of the Mint.
I don't understand hand maps on on YouTube.
This is Michigan.
I'm so confused. Are those the Finger Lakes?
Well, that's this way.
Yeah.
What represents where's Lake Huron? I don't understand.
That
Canada?
it's that way. Yeah.
Do you have a predicted time for this half marathon or no? Finish?
Just to finish, well, I think that I looked up your half time recently.
Of course. Which I like to eat.
So like you just ran the marathon, and so I checked out your split time for your half, and so I'm aiming for that.
1:25:05, I believe.
That sounds right.
Can't we get someone else to compete with?
I don't know anybody here. So
if you guys would just like find like a faster person to aim for, you'd probably both do better. It sounds like.
I don't know anybody.
I don't know anyone either.
You just need to meet more marathoners.
Probably.
So that's like my goal. It's this week. It's next weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. No. 2 weeks?
Well, I guess not this one. The following. It's on your birthday.
I don't have a birthday.
That's true. We just compared one day.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. All right, wait. Let's go over this. In high school, who was the better miler?
Better miler? I don't even remember. Probably
you
him.
were. No.
I was. Oh.
Yeah, for sure.
But you always had more quickness.
How about?
I don't know about that.
How about 5K? Who had the better high school 5K time? Who remembers their high school 5K time?
I don't remember.
I don't remember my time. I don't think it was that great. I mean, it was okay.
I think
even better.
It depended on the weekend, I feel like, because there were some weekends he would win, and then I think my junior year you beat me a fair amount, and then my senior year I was like, I'm going to beat him, and I think I beat you more. But then I don't know what your times were like senior year.
Did you train like in the summers and stuff? Did you train together?
We would run together, yeah. So I'm not like a big.
So how did you not just run the same exact
trainer?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I often trained more consistently through the summer, I would say.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
right.
I love breaks.
I'm random. I'd rather train randomly.
Yeah. I think that I ran New York last year. Last year, about a year ago, and then everyone says you should take some time off. I took 7 months,
roughly, just a quick break.
Quick, short stint of a break, and then decided somewhere in that time that a half marathon would be a great reboot.
Yeah, get some rest for the legs.
Yeah. I worked really hard that race.
I'm gonna have to take 7 months off next time I run.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I think it's like the number. I think that's what most Olympians do. So
they take off at least 7 to 12 months at a time. Yeah, typically
between races.
Oh yeah.
Just running in general, just completely.
Yeah, they just take a break. Yeah.
Listen, your training routines are completely different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, typically.
But then you both come together and then race each other in a big race.
Yes.
Have you ever tried to work together for the common goal?
Very strange.
Well, for the VIA, we were working together and pacing each other for probably 18 to 20 miles before I was just like, I'm done. I've hit the wall. Keep going. We're on.
Yeah, I think so. We were together for a while.
But then when you hit the wall, then the Jackal was like, "Yeah, you're done. Fall back."
No,
I just pushed him into the creek and like kept going.
Yeah, into the Lehigh Canal there.
Yeah, like doof.
No, I mean, I guess I wrote up a plan for him, and I was running it for him to get there, and we kept pace for I think it was almost 20 miles, and then I was falling off pace, and he was still holding strong, and I was just like, just keep at pace and keep going. You've got this, and
So,
I
so
wanted to
is that like a marathon? Like if you guys ran the 5K together, would that be what happens, or is this like just because the marathon's so long?
I think it's just because the marathon is so long.
Yeah. No, 5K, every man for himself.
That's right.
Probably it's every man for himself up until half. And then the half marathon we would probably run together. And the marathon we would run together. But nothing less than that.
We've run diamonds a couple times. Not even together, though, but we ran one together, I think. Every other one we raced each other.
Yeah.
And then sometimes
Who wins there?
it depends on the year.
He does.
No, you beat me a couple times, didn't you? In high school?
Like in high school.
Yeah. That was just the other day.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah. I was like,
Wait. All right. Now this is a totally different question, but is your pre-marathon, half marathon race diet the same as Wolfman? Are you eating a extra large coffee and a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant?
a croissant? No. No, I think mine is I do have a coffee. I think the coffee is the same.
Okay.
But mine's just a black coffee. Do you get flavors?
Well,
He's
typically it's black. However, I do get the pumpkin Dunkin' when it's pumpkin season.
why?
Gotta get my Italian.
Nah. No, for me
That's
it's
your only exception?
That's the only flavored coffee I get.
Oh man.
pumpkin Dunkin'. No. Mine is black coffee, gummy bears, and like sips of Gatorade.
Oh, so the gummy bears are. I thought you meant in the coffee. I was like, wait, what?
Oh,
That's
no,
another
no.
thing?
Separate.
Okay.
Sip and
Okay.
gummy, sip and gummy.
I wonder what that would be like now.
Yeah,
Probably
that might be a hit. If you can infuse that.
To mix them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mix 'em. You ever do the butter and coffee thing?
Yes, I did it once.
That was
What does that
interesting.
mean?
You
Melt
put
it?
butter.
What?
Yeah, I got it. A guy I was running with in the Lehigh Valley, he read about it from some of these elite marathoners, and so we tried it one time at second breakfast, we would call it. So we'd eat breakfast, go for a long run, and then we'd meet for like brunch with everybody else. And you melt. Correct me if I'm wrong. You melt the butter and mix it thoroughly into the coffee, not just like put it in there. You mix it thoroughly and then drink it, and it's actually pretty good.
But why are you doing that?
I forget why. We did it because the elites were doing it.
Yeah, I did it because it was trending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I'll pop
forget
up on
the reason
Instagram.
the elites do it, but
Yeah.
we did it because the elites were doing it, and we were like, "Meb's doing it. Let's try it." Ryan Hall's been doing this. Let's give it a whirl.
Yeah.
It's probably just like a great way to get like the fat in your system, so you have something to run on.
Maybe.
That seems right.
It's like trying to keep your heart going. Well, I just put some fat in there and some caffeine, and it'll just keep working.
Yeah.
Well, do you eat during the marathons, the gels?
Yes. Like every 6 miles, I think.
Say whatever the package says, that's what I do.
Oh, no. I kind of wing it. I alternate though. Do you alternate?
What do you mean?
So I'll have a single caffeine. No, my first one will a single caffeine, then a double caffeine, then a single caffeine, then a double caffeine.
Oh, no. I usually have a plan. Like for wine glass, for instance, I had 2 that were 20 milligrams or whatever it is, and 2 that were 40. And I had a plan, and then I decided not to put them in the side pockets because I was afraid they would fall out, and I put them in my back zipped pocket that I couldn't see, and just took whichever one I randomly pulled out.
Is it common to use caffeinated packs? Is that typical?
A lot of them have them in there.
I use them.
Yeah.
But then I'll take like whatever the people are handing out. I mean, if it's, if it's free, it's for me,
I don't take the ones they hand
Wait,
out.
what about Gatorade flavor? What Gatorade flavor would you say is the best?
That depends. Is it pre or post race?
Whatever.
Okay.
Both?
This is going to be, well, it differs.
Okay.
Before the race.
Before and tell us after. Tell us both.
Yeah. So before the race, I like the light blue one. And then after the race, I like the light purple one.
I noticed the lemon and yellow was not one of those.
Purple's terrible.
And then
what even flavor is it?
Riptide Rush, baby, isn't it?
Not a thing. Not a thing.
I don't know.
Wave.
I like that, but if I'm training, this is also strange. I did learn, like when I was training for New York, that I did like Glacier Cherry.
Yeah, that one's good.
Oh, the white one.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It was like the only one that was there at the bodega that I liked. So I tried it and I was like, oh, I like this.
Lemon lime's the best.
I disagree, but
most people do.
At Wine Glass, they had Gatorades at the finish. They didn't hand them out during the race, but at the finish they had Gatorade. And they had the red one, the orange one, and the yellow one. And so I grabbed the orange one. And it was the orangiest flavored orange Gatorade I think I ever had. It was fantastic.
Oh, you liked it?
Oh, it was so orange. It tasted like orange juice.
I would have picked red. Wow,
is this regular Gatorade? So I had to look at and it was. It was just regular Gatorade.
I don't know if they changed the recipe or what, but yeah, I feel like the orange tastes a little different than it used to.
Yeah, I would agree.
Maybe that's what COVID did to our taste buds. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Enhanced the orange Gatorade.
flavor.
Better. Oh, that's too much.
Why? Well, why didn't they hand out Gatorade during the race?
They had
awkward.
They had some other. They had some other drink. Yeah.
Oh.
They used Huma was the name of the drink, and it was like I'm almost positive it was a powder that they pre-mixed. Like a mixed powder. Because the first couple I got, you could tell there was a flavor in there. Did I tell this to you, Mav? You could tell there was a flavor in there, but it looked and tasted mostly like water. Some of the later ones I got, they were purple, and they tasted like a sports drink. So I think the first few were not mixed too well.
Oh.
I'm going to respond because he always does that to me. Asks me questions and doesn't let me respond. So no, you didn't.
I told somebody.
We talked about it in the sense that it existed because I was like, "What's that?" When you told me that they had that drink. At the marathon, because I just thought it was just wine.
No.
Yeah.
No. But I looked for this Huma before to train with it, and I could not find it anywhere.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I never heard of it until he mentioned it.
And I think the gel they were giving out was Huma gel as well.
Huma gel.
I didn't try any of those. I carried my own gel.
Are you pronouncing it right?
Huma?
Oh, I have seen these. I've seen these. I've never tried this.
I never have seen them. I think I'm pronouncing it right. How would you pronounce it? You're reading it.
Huma.
Yeah, Huma, right?
I think it's...
Is it sugar-free?
It's vegan.
It's vegan?
It says that it is chia energy gel.
I was saving the world one water stop at a
time. That's how Wolfman got that beard.
Yeah.
There it is.
It's just
throw it a little bit on there.
Chia seeds, huh?
That's what we should do. Maverick and Wolfman Chia Pets.
You remember those things?
As soon as they
remember those?
Oh, they still make
spread it and water it and watch it grow.
Yeah. That might even be how the commercial did it.
Oh, jeez. Then the sales went down. They're like, let's just make a drink out of this stuff. What do you want to call it? Huma.
Huma me. Yeah, that's good. Boss.
Yeah, you can get fact checked on that one.
What's yeah, probably. More listeners. What's the strangest thing you've ever consumed during a marathon?
During it?
During a training run? Do we specify? I can't remember.
Usually you say on a run, I think. But you've done marathon too. You've done both.
I don't think anything. Probably the straight up like a popsicle. I don't know. Like that's probably the strangest thing. I don't think I do anything strange on runs.
Like just in the middle of the run, yeah.
In the middle of the run. Well, I mean, purple Gatorade is probably the number one Gatorade seller.
It's the weirdest, though.
Well, I mean, it's the best one because it's purple.
Someone should look that up and see what the number one Gatorade is. I bet you it's not that.
Yeah, we're gonna look it up right now.
It's probably fruit punch.
Please do.
I bet it's punch. He probably knows it's lemon lime, and that's why he's asking me to look it up.
Yeah,
I know lots of stuff. I just happen to be asking questions.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's probably fruit punch. I would say it's fruit punch.
Which was better, Boston or New York?
Oh.
Or were they good for different reasons?
Easy, Pittsburgh.
Did
you do Pittsburgh twice or just that one time?
Oh no, just that one time. I did the marathon relay twice.
Oh, that's right. You did the relay.
Yeah, I did the relay twice. It's a good race. I mean, I think people should do it. I just probably don't use it for your first marathon and attempt to qualify for Boston at the same time. It's challenging.
My goal in college was to only run 2 marathons, one to qualify for Boston and Boston. And the more we interview, the less I think that's a good idea.
No, I think that's a great idea.
It's a great idea. Right.
Because the thing is, like, every year I say to myself, well, every time I'm done with one, I'm like, I am never doing this again. But then I find myself thinking, well, it's one more. And so I just think that they're great. What? No, yeah. So like
everyone says that. I don't like that.
Well, after my first Boston, actually, I will say this. After Via, I felt great, and I was like, that was fantastic. Not a problem. I qualified, loved it. I didn't have any pain. It was great. And then I ran Boston, and then that was fun because I was on a field work up at the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota, and so I had to train. I had to train in Minnesota in basically the tundra, and yeah, January to March, and so that was tough. And then that marathon, I felt great after that marathon. Caveat was the airplane couldn't land in Newark because of a storm, so we circled Newark and like a million times, landed in Allentown to fuel up, couldn't get off the plane, then went back and flew back to Newark, landed in Newark, and the airport was shut down. I had to sleep in an Aubon pan in a chair with the rest of these marathoners. And by the time I got back to Chicago, I couldn't even walk. And I was like, I'm never doing this again because I have to at least delay it by a day. But
I'm just picturing in the movie Just Friends where Ryan Reynolds is like, where are we? And he lands in his hometown and he's so ticked off. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you have to watch it. It's so funny. But yeah, in that movie, he doesn't want to go back to his hometown. He's in LA and he comes back. Yeah. He lands in his hometown in Jersey. He's all ticked off.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just it was wild. But anyway, then the second year, Boston, that one was also fine. I felt fine after that one. I ran much slower, but I don't know. New York was great. The people are great. The course is. I wasn't as big of a fan of the course as I was of Boston's, because you go right down.
Boston's the best course,
and they have a good vibe, right? I mean, they have good vibe. They have good crowds. They have good people. They both do, in terms of that. The course, I think, is more enjoyable. Boston is a more enjoyable course, But like probably the best part of the course in New York is through Brooklyn.
What town is the most fun after the marathon?
Like New York or Boston, you mean?
Whatever.
Well, I didn't chill in Boston afterwards, so I can only say New York. But it's New York.
Boston.
What is that?
It's kind of ironic. I didn't even know.
Oh, Mets hat.
Yeah.
Wait, Wolfman, are you a Mets guy too?
I am.
I don't know if you know, but they beat the Phillies yesterday. So
I did know. Yeah, we're still in it. Next round. Yeah, buddy.
Could be the Yankees and the Mets.
Did the Yankees beat Kansas City? I think they had to.
They should.
I didn't hang out at any of the after parties.
I mean, I didn't hang out at the after party, but I mean, like, New York's New York. I mean, come on.
I don't understand. Please
we hung out.
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
So I found our Gatorade question. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Yeah. This is according to Audacity.com, and I don't have time to do references and all that other bull. So this is Audacity.com.
Nobody cares. Just say it.
Most popular Gatorade flavors in the U.S. They are Cool Blue.
Is that the one I picked? Is that the dark blue?
That's the dark blue one, I think. Number 2, Fruit Punch. Number 3, Lemon Lime. Number 4, Glacier Freeze. And rounding out the top 5, Orange. How about this? This is something I didn't know. Lemon Lime and Orange were the only 2 original flavors, and it was more than 20 years before they made Fruit Punch.
Huh.
Yeah. I got bronze. I'm okay with that. Still on the podium.
Fun.
I really thought Fruit Punch would be one.
Yeah.
Can't always be number 1.
And well, that's true.
Sometimes you lose to Wolfman.
Yeah. Fun. What other questions?
Well, we covered a lot. I'm starting to think, maybe we should have you 2 enter a very bridgy marathon.
Pittsburgh?
No, like worse than Pittsburgh, like a super bridge marathon, like the most bridge.
It doesn't have
marathon.
bridges. I've heard that there's the one that goes on Route 6 here in Pennsylvania, and I forget the name of it, but it's supposed to be hilly beyond belief. I forget the name of it, though.
Why would I do that?
Why would it be so hilly? Like, what do they just have you do a loop or something?
No, you just run down Route 6 from point A to point B, and I forget the name of it. I had a couple guys. Ferguson tried to talk me into doing it one time, and
where does it start at though? What town are we in?
I can't even remember, but it's not a fast marathon. Like if you looked up the times, it's reflective of the not downhill course.
Was there like 40 people that do it?
I don't know. Now I got to look that up. I'm looking up all kinds of stuff.
I don't think that's
$1,200 and 40 people do it.
We got to get people. We got to get people for this.
I don't think that's in my future.
I've never heard of what you're talking about, so I'm kind of curious on where it is because I've never heard anyone say that they did that.
I did do. I don't remember how the distance was, but the Guy Singer Humdinger. Do they still have that race?
Oh, I've heard of it.
It's in Danville.
What does that do?
It's just like it's a trail race. It's actually super fun and super hilly, but that's a fun one. It's challenging. I
don't mind hilly courses. I mean, within reason.
Well, you know how the hill for like the power lines is really steep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you run up those.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, but it's fun. It's fun if you guys want to race it right there. It's terrible for spectators, but it's really good for.
Look at this one person that came out to see us.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to cross when you deer are done running.
Yeah.
God's Country. It's called God's Country Marathon.
That sounds about right. And
And where is it though?
It starts in Gailton, Pennsylvania,
never heard of it.
and it ends in
God's country.
Susquehannock State Park. Susquehannock.
Way to make stuff up. Way to go.
That's not even real.
Right there.
Oh wow, great. Thanks for making us wait for that.
It's in Potter County.
Yeah.
Everyone is more confused than when we started.
I don't think that I would do that. Do you want to?
I don't want to do it. I remember them trying to talk me into it, and my one friend, Mr. Moore, he's like, "Don't do it."
Well, at least he has a good head on his shoulders. I think that we could do Pittsburgh again. I mean, that would be fine.
That would be fun.
It's in May.
What about Erie?
No, I'm never going to Erie.
Why
not? That's it.
You just got to run across the lake.
Erie's supposed to be cool. We had a runner on the show that did Erie. Yeah. It's supposed to be like beachy.
Yeah, but I could do that here. I have Lake Michigan.
That's not the same thing. This is Erie.
Yeah, but I think that we could do that here. We could do that here.
What's a good marathon in Michigan?
Oh, well, apparently the one in Detroit, you go into Canada for a hot minute and then come back. So I think people said that one's pretty good.
I bet those times are real slow because you probably got to wait for customs.
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, for sure. I definitely have to wait for customs.
Yeah, how does that work?
I don't know, but that's what they tell me.
I bet the times coming back are faster. It's like, no, you're not getting me.
No, that one, I think that one's supposed to be good, but there's like, they say the upper, I've never been there, but the Upper Peninsula is supposed to be beautiful. There's probably a marathon up there that's very pretty.
Yeah. I'm telling you, we got to get people to look these things up for us.
But I think you could do Chicago. Chicago has a great marathon. Great.
You always hear good things about Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been a spectator there and it's fantastic.
Is there another one on your docket? Another marathon for the Jackal?
Oh, you're not asking me?
Oh, well, you have to only run one. You get one.
I've got years and years to prepare.
I thought yours was guaranteed. He's shaking his head for our audio listeners.
Our audio listeners understand.
What? You don't want to do one? I can pick one for you.
It's not that I don't want to do one. It's just I'm not. I never had intentions of doing a bunch of them, and everyone that we interviewed goes, "Yeah, I only was going to do one, and then I did 10 and 12, and now I do 100 miles." And I'm like, "Ooh, that doesn't sound like a good thing to get into."
You kind of got to do what I do. You do one, and then you take off a year or 2 or 5, and then you're like, this seems good again. And then you forget how bad it was before. And then you get there again, you're like, wow, this is amazing. And then you get done, you're like, no, you remember.
That's the same way you end up with a bunch of kids.
That's true.
That wasn't that bad. Yeah, no big deal. No sleepless nights, no diaper. No, I don't remember any of that.
It only took 4 times to remember.
That's it.
Well, I have a dog.
Same thing with that. 1, then 2, then 3, and cats and birds, and that's how it happens.
Ferrets.
Chickens.
Turkeys.
Turkeys.
Marathon. Future marathon? No, I don't have one in mind.
I'm strongly considering the one in Jim Thorpe. I know that's far from Michigan, but
that'd be pretty.
It's supposed to be. It's in the springtime. It's a springtime one.
No, I'll have to think about it.
It's a fun town.
I'll send you the info. It's not too big. I think it's a little smaller than Steamtown. That's a fun one.
I will look up one. There is one here in Grand Rapids. It's in a couple weekends.
Yeah, okay. You wanted me to come down for it, but
I think you have to go up, but
it's over.
Use the hand map again there, Jackal. Show them where it's at.
I'm very busy this time of year. I've got to be somewhere
It's
that
there.
weekend.
Right next to that. Right next to that.
You go across the interstate here.
Yeah, this
you
is
see
actually
that scar? You see that scar line right there, and then the mole. It's right there.
yeah, right there by the Grand River.
And look, a pool.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
great lake, young man.
They yeah, you should come out for it. I don't know. There is some that I want to do, but I just can't. I want to do Chicago's obviously, but I don't know when that'll happen.
Chicago's supposed to be fast.
It is supposed to be fast.
But there's like a ton of turns in it.
Yeah, there's like
That's because it's so fast they have to slow you down.
Yeah. Hey, maybe that's the reason. Imagine the times they'd run if they didn't have all those turns.
I don't know. There's no hills. I know that.
No?
Nah, Chicago's flat.
Interesting.
And I heard that the wind pushes you the whole time.
Probably.
Does it have a big backwind, does it? Is that the Windy City or is that a different one?
No, that's the Windy City. And let me tell you, so any way that I was running in the Windy City, it didn't matter. I'd be running up on Lakeshore, I'd be running down on Lakeshore, I'd be running anywhere in the city. That wind is always at my face. Always at my face.
Except
I could not
during the marathon.
Yeah, then it reverses. They do what they do with the river, right? They reverse the flow of the river, they reverse the flow of the wind.
Right.
That's what they do. Yeah.
Big fans, probably. They're probably fans.
Huge
do that.
fans. Yeah.
Think about it. It was super fast the last time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's coming up, isn't it? When is it?
Yeah,
it's next weekend.
Next weekend?
No.
Chicago's is next
Soon.
weekend.
Why don't you look that up? Fancy phone.
No, it's like
and Larry hasn't gotten me the charger yet.
I thought you fired Larry.
Yeah, wait, what's today?
October.
Chicago's this weekend. It's Sunday.
It is.
Wait, do you see the times there with all the wind?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. New York's is in November.
Oh, okay, so
yeah.
It's Chicago and then New York.
Yeah, you just remember New York, November.
New York,
November to remember.
I could just look at this yellow flag behind me that has the date November 1st on it.
Oh, you could. Yeah. So.
So, we covered kind of a lot tonight.
Yeah.
But I feel like we just brushed the surface with the Jackal. I mean, there's still a lot of questions. And
lots of questions.
Still a lot of challenges that have been kind of, put out there that the Jackal hasn't exactly responded to. I mean, there is definitely some running challenges. We might have to revisit these topics.
Yeah, I don't do dairy.
So on record, you're
the cheesecake can be made without dairy, probably.
Huma can have a chia-based cheesecake.
It's a cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
Okay.
You just spread it and watch it grow.
Oh man. So yeah, I don't understand that. So does the chia grow in your stomach then? I mean, is the same thing happening? Is the same problem?
Probably. That's where, and it's coming out here.
Hopefully the drink is not the same as the gels.
Probably not.
But
all right, so maybe not the cheesecake challenge. Maybe something else.
Maybe. Well, I'll have to think about it. Just caveat: I didn't charge my iPad, and it's at 3%.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. We're coming back to this.
Yeah, we'll have to come back to this.
we're winding it down. We're winding it down. But
this is not me trying to get out of the topic of like another challenge. It's just
it only took over a year to get you on the show, and of course I didn't charge anything.
You didn't what?
You're like I didn't charge, just in case I have to get out of the show early. I didn't charge.
Yeah, I didn't charge this, and then I didn't charge this. You guys will get my bill, though. I don't know if you know I'm now famous.
Send it to Larry.
Yeah, make sure Larry gets it.
He handles our bill.
All that.
Yeah. Okay. Is Larry code for Ma?
No.
Oh.
Nobody knows who Larry is. He's
Oh,
just
okay.
he's just our guy.
Oh, I thought you were just like telling me to go ask mom for something.
No, but you totally should. Do what she says.
You know, it was funny. I hadn't seen your guys' mom in a long time, and I said, hey, you know, it's great to see you. I haven't seen you in such a long time. She's like, oh, that's weird. I see you every week.
Oh my gosh, she's so strange.
Yeah, she does. She watches our show every week.
I
She's
thought that was
our
funny.
fan.
You guys should get her a T-shirt.
Oh, we should.
Yeah, for
That'd
sure.
be funny. Yeah.
You know, we should get her. We should get her like a flag to put on her vehicle.
Oh yeah,
Giant
Even
flag
better. Yeah.
for the show.
Man flag. That'd be fun.
Oh, that'd be great.
It goes on her antenna.
Yeah, or in the window, one of those ones.
That would be funny.
One on each side.
That would be hysterical.
But listen, it's been great having you on the show for this very brief encounter covering very small amounts of topics.
Yeah, it has been fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
This is the intro, so now you have an idea what the show's like, so please prepare for the next one.
He's so sweet. Okay, Dad.
There will be many questions and challenges thrown down next time.
Give me another year.
Sounds good.
After your next race.
Oh God.
7-month hiatus, and we'll have you back on.
Say what again?
7-month hiatus, and then we'll have you back on.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
that's fine.
that's right. You got to give me time to relax.
Gotta rest those golden pipes.
It's true.
Go get another degree, and then we'll have you back on the show again.
Yeah, you see that? Okay, I'll work on it.
All right. Listen, guys, thanks for listening. Thank you for coming on the show. The Jackal. It was great to have you. Finally, after all this time, give Wolfman a hard time.
Thanks for having me.
Maverick and Wolfman running out.